Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Double D here. Going to walk you through 10 more sales here on eBay, show you what's selling, show you some things to be on the lookout for, some things that you might not suspect are definitely in this episode here, some things that I would normally just walk right on by, but are now on my lookout list because I got them in lots and did really well on them. So now I look for even more weird stuff. So stay tuned and see what we got. So we're starting off strong here with this Sony 50 disc mega storage changer. Picked that up at a thrift store. It wasn't a Goodwill. Can't remember exactly which one it was, but picked that up for $20. Sold it in just a couple of days for 75. Any kind of Sony vintage multiple disc CD changers seem to be doing really well, high profit, and go pretty quickly. Coming up next here is this home thermostat that I picked up at Goodwill for $5.29. Those do really well. This one was new in the box. Those things are not cheap if you've ever looked at them at the home improvement stores or any place like that. So if you see any of those, even used, they're good as long as all the parts are there. Definitely worth picking up as long as the price is right. Picked up this Rock Band for the Wii guitar. Picked that up for like $5 at the Restore. Didn't even have the dongle with it. Sold it, untested for $30. Turns out, I never heard anything from the buyer, so I guess everything was working just fine. So good pickup there. Got a couple of those recently. What we've got here is some Bose cables that came with a subwoofer that I bought. Bought it all together. I don't know why the 21's crossed out because I got 21 for it. But anything Bose with those cables, remotes, things like that, those are always good to part out as long as you're not paying too much for it initially. Bose was an expensive item to buy, still is, so if you just need a cord or something, you're going to look to eBay to pick that kind of stuff up. So next item up here is a Sears and Roebuck milk pasteurizer. These are kind of old school, but still really popular. I picked this up in a lot of other stuff. I don't really remember how much I paid for it, but not very much. Sold pretty quickly. Turns out people are still doing that kind of stuff, so keep that in mind. So this book here, I've gotten a big lot of books. It was mostly cookbooks, but a few native history books, and actually sold this to a gentleman that's actually a member of this tribe somewhere up in Michigan. And he messaged me and told me how happy he was to have found this book. Apparently, he'd been looking for it for a really long time, and I just made his day. So that made me feel pretty good. So you just really never know what you can get in these book lots. But I've been selling off of this cookbook lot that I got for a while. It's paid for itself 10 times over now. So don't be afraid to venture into book lots, I guess. So speaking of things I would normally just pass over, this pantyhose lot actually came in a box of a bunch of random things that I got, and I ended up selling both of these to the same guy. That's why the bottom one says refunded. I just refunded the shipping on that to ship it as one for him. But 60 bucks out of a box I paid $10 for. Sold the other items too, but I would have never thought vintage knee-high stockings would be worth money, nor did I think that I would sell them to a guy in Seattle. But here we are, we did it. So I like getting those junk boxes. You never know what you're going to get in them. Another sale out of the cookbook lot. This is Treasury of Great Recipes. This is like a local church cookbook. I wouldn't have really thought that local church cookbooks would be worth money, but I've got a lot in that lot, and I've sold almost every one of them. Let's see, I picked up this vintage camping mess kit at a local auction for $5. Ended up making a really great profit out of that. That was a quick sale too. Probably a Boy Scout somewhere needed that for his upcoming camping trip. That kind of stuff goes really good I guess if it's the right season. I don't know. It's February, I believe, but it's always springtime somewhere. And here we are again with the old bread and butter DVD VCR combo that's also a DVD burner. Usually get a little bit more than that out of these, but that's a good price anyhow. I didn't pay very much for that. Again, just always pick those up. They're not going down in value, that's for sure. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Like I said, definitely some unorthodox things in there. Today I'm working on another video also. It's going to be top 20, I think, I don't know, still in the works, top 20 things that have sold on eBay so far this year. It's going to be not necessarily the highest dollar, but most likely, but the biggest profit items, things that I was able to pick up really cheap and sell for a really good profit. So keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, leave some comments down in the comment area. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have. And once we hit 500 subscribers, I cannot say that word, we're going to do a giveaway. Been on the lookout for something good for a giveaway. Don't know quite what it is yet, but I've got some options. But again, hit that like and subscribe, and you'll know what it's going to be.